Listen, it's top of the business. And as usual, it's the business behind the music, man. Y'all wanna know why I'm so excited? Cause everybody calling my phone. And then one of my partners, Source Guard, sent me the actual post about the Rock Nation deal that everybody's talking about, and it's dope. I'm excited. I'm like, yes. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be something for the artist. So I'm waiting to see something like each stream gonna be $1.50. Each stream gonna be $2. That's what really would make the music industry, to me, more enthused. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, artists will start to get some quality to the music, some respect. But no, it's the same old bull, same old gaff, same old. Remember back in the days, Gil? Remember that? Double Gil? That's what y'all got right now. Everybody that was excited, give me your neck so I can give you a Gil. Bring those back. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's to have fun with it, but technically, they're not ever going to be on our side. As an artist, as a songwriter, as a music publisher, I am for the artist. Like, no matter what I do, I'm always gonna have the intention to see the artist profit, to see the artist get they due deserve for their talent. So again, I will, encourage all artists to find your own infrastructure to where you can get the most for your talents. You know what I'm saying? And I'm on the verge of making sure each one of the artists that deserves it gets it. You know what I'm saying? It's not even about how talented you are, because everybody to me has talent, whether I listen to your music or not. You know what I'm saying? There's enough real estate. When I say that, I mean people. There's enough communities out there who will relate to your music. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm in a place in my life now where a lot of my music and the music that I like intimately, infuse myself into is like music that comes from a higher calling. You know what I'm saying? Music that's generated with high vibrations. Not meaning that I still get moved by low vibrations. I'm not saying that. You know what I mean? I still hear that gung gung bow bow. It'll still give me, that internal feeling. You know what I'm saying? That vibration. That's all that is, bro. I'm telling you, those are frequencies and vibrations. And I still entertained by that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and say it doesn't, but I know now when I make music, I have the intention of making sure that my vibration stays high. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really enthused with music that's centered around threats of violence. I actually created a program where we can, get around the youth and show them different ways to express themselves without using those threats of violence, and still be as high vibrational, or sometimes, I don't want to say low vibrational, but you're giving off the same vibration. You know what I'm saying? People can still feel that aggression. They can still feel that pain, but it doesn't have that threat of violence in there. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with my music. But back on the point, Rock Nation, read, and again, read. If you don't want to, copy and paste it in ChatGPT or any AI intelligent app that you're using to fine comb the fine print, so you can see if you're making the decisions you really want to make. You know what I'm saying? You got to have all the information to make a quality decision. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're talking about, quality decisions. Because we all make decisions, and it's not based on bad or good people, because to me, there's no such thing. It's always just a good decision, an unhealthy decision that leads to an unhealthy consequence or a profitable consequence. You know what I mean? So you got to stay in those realms. And to be informed means to make proper decisions. So again, don't get caught up in the hype. Again, they weaponize music. They weaponize media to build narratives that make it more suitable for whatever their plan is. Remember, y'all, use it to your benefit. This is what social media is for. You know what I mean? Social media. Don't believe half of the stuff that you see on here. You know what I'm saying? And whatever you do believe, do a research, then research it again to make sure it is what it said it is. So with that, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad my man put out the post to show people it's not what they think it is. I'm reading it, I'm fine combing it, and I was looking to see what the results was as far as like what was the monetary gain that they were giving us compared to all the other DSPs. You know what I mean? And they're doing the same thing, bro. Even if they give it a little bit, you see that indefinite commitment you're signing to and the authority that they own now. And a lot of y'all putting out some quality music on these DSPs. Please stop. Please stop and come talk to somebody first. I'm not saying don't use DSPs. I'm giving this jewel out for free. If you're an artist, songwriter, producer, use the DSPs to market your music that you have. Either create your own catalog that you're using directly to the consumer, or use Even.biz, use Bandcamp, use any one of these other platforms that you can orchestrate your infrastructure and go directly to the consumer, and they could pay what they want. You give them the option to pay as minimum as $1 or up to $5,000 for a project. Yo, you'll be surprised. I made $50 in my first 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? And that's with minimum marketing, because people haven't really seen me release a project yet that was intentionally strategized from beginning to end with a budget. Nobody's seen that, and I'm waiting to do that with some selective artists who we are building right now. We're building. But I want other artists to have the same outlook. So if you don't know, the venue that I have is licensed. This is a part of that infrastructure, because now you can create, come and perform and get paid without no machine involved, without no DSPs involved. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to register your song to your DSP to get the ISRC numbers anymore. We all can become authorized ISRC numbers to distribute those numbers so that now all our music can be tracked, traced, and monetized. The only difference between us doing it, or for instance me, is I don't have access to all the online stores. You write the song, like we always said, you got the written composition. You don't even do the song yet, right? So now you know what the song is, you got the written composition, you got the beat. Technically speaking, I can give you an ISRC number right now for that track before you even make the sound recording, right? Now you have a ISRC number for that written song. You can perform that anywhere here live and still get ASCAP to pay you. Now you record the song. Song's recorded. Remember, I tell you, once we did the written to the song, it's 2 separate copyrights now that you have to get to protect that song. So still, you have the sound recording. Now you come here and you perform an in-studio performance, which is here. That's 1 flat blanket you just earned. To drop the mic, that's 2. Front of the classroom, that's 3. So you just made about $30 from doing events in the venue that has a license. Now, a lot of spots don't have a license because they have no incentive on getting it. What do they get out of it? It's really for the artists, and that was really to protect the artists. That's the whole reason why PROs exist. That way, when anybody uses the music creators can earn. But nobody's enforcing it, and we ain't here to get nobody in trouble. We just here to make sure we get what's ours. And we collectively work with those who do have a license. Because now when you ain't have a license, you could go into your dashboard and report your performances, and then ASCAP pays you. If you need more information about this, please tap in with me. I'm starting a school so that now I can have organization with these, and people could tap in and get the information they need, be informed, get paid, and continue to be great. And that's what I'm talking about. If not me, then who?